This is Conspiracies Unpacked, and my name is Danny Clayton, and we're about to head into the Bermuda Triangle, a place which has earned the nickname the Devil's Triangle because of all the eerie and mysterious things which happen there. Missing ships, missing planes, missing people. And what's to blame? Well, some people suggest UFOs. Some people suggest ocean beasts, rogue waves, even the lost city of Atlantis. Here to break it down for us, we have Dr. Richard Hames. That is a lot of spooky, strange and weird things to blame on missing people. What are your thoughts? What's going on at the Bermuda Triangle?
I'll put my money on the Kraken monster, I think, or a UFO. but really, when it comes down to it, it is pretty mysterious because so many craft have gone missing. The most mysterious, the most difficult to explain away was Flight 19, which was a group of 5 Navy torpedo bombers which entered the triangle and suddenly had problems knowing where they were. The last messages from the lead pilot was, everything's going haywire, we don't know where we are, the water is green, and then suddenly they disappear.
The water is green. That could mean UFOs. I don't know. But what about the sea beast theory? It's a huge amount of ocean. Could there be some sort of beastie, a kraken, a shark that we don't know about that's hiding from us?
It's interesting, isn't it? That stretch of ocean, we're talking about 1.5 million square miles of ocean. It's a huge stretch. When we're talking about sea monsters, I'm more inclined to think of the eruption of methane hydrates, which are these huge bubbles of methane, sometimes called mud volcanoes, which are violent enough to sink smaller vessels, certainly. And then, of course, because of the Gulf Stream, that wreckage and the debris would be dispersed fairly quickly.
Okay, so maybe these beasts from the deep are actually just ginormous explosions of methane from underneath the vessels. So that might explain the sea beasts. But what about the lost city of Atlantis? And what about UFOs? I mean, those two have been blamed for making all of the navigation equipment go haywire. Could there be some sort of lost Atlantis bringing down these ships and planes?
Well, look, it's impossible, isn't it? There's so much we don't know about even ourselves. It's impossible to write that off entirely, but I'm fairly skeptical about that. And also, of course, magnetism is very interesting because true north, depending where you are on the planet, is different from magnetic north. So you do get variations in compass readings, and sometimes, as you're in that stretch of water particularly, compasses can go haywire.
So if we've ruled out sea beasts as potentially methane bubbles, and the magnetic issues being blamed on UFOs, what do we think is causing all of these ships to disappear and all these planes to go away without being found?
I think it might be something to do with the hurricanes and the really wild weather you can get, the storms in that area, especially downdrafts of air can be very, very violent. I think that's the best explanation, but it's still quite a mystery.
So summing up, Richard, are you team UFO and lost city of Atlantis, or are you more inclined to think wild weather and rogue waves are responsible for all of the missing vessels at the Bermuda Triangle?
The latter. I'm team Lloyd's of London, the insurance company that doesn't charge vessels anymore for sailing through those waters.
So the conspiracy has been debunked. This is Conspiracies Unpacked.